Hey gang, this is Vicky Kelly with the Golden Rule Trades. Just wanted to highlight the trades this morning. For those of you who were in the live trading room, we had a pretty good morning. And so I'll also show you how those set up. Once again, the market for a little while wants to start setting up pre-market. So we used this low here and we went to about here with our, oops, with our lines. There's a couple different places you could have put them. Here was probably the better place, but either way, we were pretty close. You can see we got our confirmation buy signal here. We were above the breakout line, so we entered here and we exited into this target box here. That was pretty good movement of about 10 points that we were able to capture there. And then on the way down, this one was a little more difficult to see, so I just defer to the dojis. So obviously we go from the top to the doji and back, and I don't know what happened there. Let's try that again. There we go. Notice that our energy lines, this was about a 5-point energy line, 4-point energy line. So they're getting closer together back to what we're used to expecting. If you use this doji here, by the time it triggered and gave us our confirmations, we were already to our target level. You could have said, well, what if we make it the twigs and go to the bottom here? And you still were past your target level. There just weren't that many places that this did not get past your target level or did not get you an entry because it came back to this level here. So we just called that one a miss. But we did recognize that we had a follow-on sell signal that's a little more advanced, a little more one that you want to do when you're more comfortable with the method. But basically here we had a follow-on sell signal. And so we were able to enter here when it broke through and hit our target level here. And that was about an 11-point move. Yeah, maybe not quite that far. Depends on where you drew your line. So that may have been more of a 9. I guess I can't do math. It's which, the older I get, the worse I get. About a 7-point move on this one. And so we came down again and had what looked like it was going to be a buy signal, but it did not break through. And by the time it triggered, it was back into the pocket. So we did not do that one. Again, we could have had another follow-on sell signal, but I did not take this one. I had made my profit target by the day. I did not want to get greedy. And so we could have had a follow-on sell signal here that absolutely would have worked. And the signal that I pointed out in the live room that we had a good lines was right here. That this bracketed this very, very well. But like I said, I had reached my profit target for the day, did not want to get greedy. And with this just slow grind down, it was like watching paint dry. So if you could have gotten this one, you would have gotten another 8 points or so in, and that would have been a nice move. This one here, we stopped the live trading room about 11. I said, if you get a buy signal, just be careful. You want to make sure it's a real buy signal. This one did set up a signal, but unfortunately it came down here and would have stopped us out. Honestly, there is a line here that would have been very hard to see, and it's that one. That's what actually gave us a complete pattern. I'll draw this over here so it's a little easier to see, and let me take this one off. But chances of us drawing our lines there were probably slim and none. So this was probably just going to be a stop out. But notice it's not as big. We would have entered here at almost 23. And then depending on if we were doing our 5 micros with 10-point stop, we would have gotten out with about a 7-point loss. So in that regard, we may or may not have taken that one at that point because again, we'd had 2, 3, 4 good moves, and at that point, you just want to be as conservative as possible and make sure that you aren't giving your profits back. There was one more setup, but again, it did not fire off, and then our time was over. So we still were able to capture at least 14 points. And if you stayed out of this particular move because you had 3 others, you would have gotten well more than that, almost 21 points today. And if you're doing trader funding and you use multiple accounts, you know that you really don't have to make 20 points every day in order to be able to make a good living. So if you want to check that out, we are doing that every week with the live trading room. The course will become available again at the end of June. And we will not have another chance until then to be able to open that up. But I hope when we do that you'll consider being part of it, because we would love to see you learn the methodology and also to be able to be part of our live room community. So stay safe out there and good luck trading.